Hello, drama lovers. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Breaking news. A moment that lasted only 3 seconds, yet it shook the entire Chinese internet. 3 seconds that changed everything. When Zhang Linghe's face suddenly turned red beside Zhao Jinmai, social media froze. That blush wasn't just a moment. It was a story, a silent confession louder than words, making millions believe that maybe this wasn't acting anymore. It all began with a simple behind-the-scenes clip from Story of Cunning Palace. Just a casual video uploaded by the production team, something fans had seen hundreds of times before. But this one was different. In the clip, Zhao Jinmai smiles gently at Zhang Linghe. Nothing unusual, until he looks back at her. Suddenly, his entire face turns red. Not just his cheeks, but his ears, his neck, even his jawline flushed. In that instant, it felt like you could hear a million hearts screaming. Within hours, social media exploded. Hashtags like hashtag Zhang Linghe blush and hashtag Lingmai chemistry dominated Weibo's trending chart. Fans replayed the clip endlessly, analyzing every frame like detectives in love. Was he shy? Did she tease him? Was it scripted? But one thing was undeniable. Zhang Linghe's reaction didn't look rehearsed. It looked real. That blush became a symbol. For fans who had followed their journey, the chemistry between Linghe and Jinmai always felt different. Not forced, not exaggerated, just soft, natural, and quietly warm. Their characters in Story of Cunning Palace were tragic lovers, bound by destiny, but torn apart by fate. And off-screen, that emotional connection felt like it never fully disappeared even when the cameras stopped rolling. During interviews, Linghe's gaze toward Jinmai often lingered a little too long. His tone softened whenever her name came up. He once said, "Jinmai is the kind of actress who makes you forget you're acting." Fans immediately turned that quote into evidence. That's the magic of K-drama and C-drama fandoms. A single look, a tiny blush, a word whispered a little too gently, and suddenly the world starts believing in love again. Maybe that's why this moment mattered so much. Deep down, everyone wanted it to be real. This blush wasn't a trick of lighting or a nervous mistake. It was emotion slipping out, the kind you can't hide when your heart forgets the camera is watching. But behind that viral moment, there was something deeper, a reflection of Zhang Linghe's true personality breaking through the polished image of fame. He has always been known as quiet, reserved, elegant, yet distant. Before Cunning Palace, many saw him as an untouchable figure. Then came Zhao Jinmai, a young actress with natural warmth that disarms everyone around her. Together, they created something beyond chemistry. It felt like gravity. Behind the scenes, Jinmai was known for her playful nature, often trying to make Linghe laugh. But according to staff members, he rarely broke character. Until that day. One insider even reported that he turned red before the director yelled cut. It wasn't part of the script. Everyone on set saw it, and that confirmation only fueled the fire. Chinese netizens began dissecting the psychology behind the moment. Some said it showed Linghe's pure heart. Others claimed it was clear proof of a crush he couldn't hide. Whatever the truth was, the emotional impact was undeniable. Even entertainment columnists weighed in. One wrote, "Zhang Linghe's blush represents something rare in today's industry, real emotion breaking through crafted perfection." And in that moment, he went from being a talented actor to a symbol of sincerity, someone who could blush in front of millions and still look heartbreakingly human. Meanwhile, Zhao Jinmai's reaction spoke volumes. Instead of teasing him or stepping back, she simply smiled, calm, warm, almost protective. That subtle smile became the second half of the story. Because every blush needs a witness, and she played that role beautifully. Comments poured in. She smiled like she already knew. That wasn't acting. That was affection. Even if it isn't real, I want to believe it is. At that point, the story had grown beyond romance. It became about human connection, about two people whose emotions slipped through the cracks of performance. And in those cracks, the audience found something profoundly beautiful. As the moment spread across platforms, Linghe's management stepped in, stating that they were close colleagues and nothing more. But it was too late. The public had already chosen their truth. What made this blush so powerful wasn't the rumor of romance. It was what it revealed about Zhang Linghe as a person. In an industry of flawless images, he showed vulnerability, a rare, fleeting moment of losing control. He wasn't just blushing for Zhao Jinmai. He was blushing for every emotion he wasn't allowed to show. For affection, he couldn't confess. For the tenderness forced to hide behind scripts and spotlights. And maybe that's why the internet couldn't look away. Watching him break composure, even for a second, felt like witnessing a heart slip out from behind its armor. When Jinmai looked at him, you could see it, the quiet chaos in his eyes. Admiration, respect, something more delicate, the kind of emotion that can't be described without ruining its magic. Fans began calling them the blush couple. TikTok and Bilibili flooded with fan edits, slow-motion close-ups, soft music, and captions like, "When acting becomes feeling." It wasn't gossip anymore. It became art, a collective yearning from millions who still believe in love stories that can't be scripted. As days passed, the blush scene continued to dominate conversations. Fan art emerged, illustrations of Linghe blushing, Jinmai smiling, scenes reimagined in soft watercolor aesthetics. Some artists even depicted the moment in historical drama style, complete with palace backdrops and poetic captions like, "A single blush that shook the dynasty." Fiction writers on Weibo and Lofter began publishing short stories inspired by the moment, imagining what Linghe might have been thinking or how Jinmai might have felt seeing him blush so deeply. The line between fiction and reality blurred as fans collectively created a universe where that 3-second moment carried the weight of an entire love story. Brands quickly took notice. Search engines reported a spike in queries about Zhang Linghe and Zhao Jinmai. Drama clips featuring their most emotional scenes shot back to trending status. Even the OSTs from Story of Cunning Palace climbed the music charts again, as if the entire show had been revived by a single flush of color on Linghe's cheeks. Yet through it all, neither of them made a personal comment. Their silence became its own form of poetry, a quiet space where fans could imagine endless possibilities. Because sometimes, what remains unsaid holds more power than any confirmation. As the excitement continued, one thing became clear. Those 3 seconds had carved themselves into drama history, not because of what was said, but because of what was felt, because of the vulnerability that slipped through, because of a blush that spoke louder than scripted lines ever could. And perhaps that's why the moment refuses to fade. Because somewhere in those 3 seconds, millions saw a glimpse of something genuine, the kind of fleeting, fragile truth that makes people believe in love, even if just for a moment.